Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa. Look guys, my hair's gonna fall out if I don't stop dyeing it, okay? I needed a change. Now, I'm just like Nagito. Wait. That's not his name, is it? Makoto! I'm just a normie now. But I'm still fun. Please don't unsubscribe because I don't have green hair anymore. Please. I'm still fun. I promise. See, I'm still wacky. All right, enough about my stupid hair, all right? I may have ruined some people's fan arts, but Danganronpa still continues. Did you miss last episode? The thumbnail looked like this. Last episode, we found out more about Kyoko, but we don't know if she's like dead or alive. That's what we're gonna find out this episode, okay? You guys did it. Just yesterday, you smashed 30K likes, so you know what to do. This is the class trial. This is gonna get insane. I have a feeling this one is gonna be like no other class trial that we've ever seen because we have a mystery afoot. We need to know who the mystery character on the ground is. Is it Kyoko? Is it Junko like I think? I need to know. I freaking need to know right this second. So without wasting any time, guys, thank you for the support. I just realized I look like more like Dan TDM now than ever. Hey guys, welcome to Danganronpa. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck did- Oh, you still love me, Yasina? Look, we have the same colored hair. I can play basketball and all the other sports. I know, it's a little short. I just look weird with headphones on now. I gotta get used to it. But don't worry, all things grow. Yeah, that. Where the heck have you been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto rigged high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two. There's no rake. They came up with this rake in the system. I don't get it. All right, let's get this freaking class trial over with, man. It's gonna be a long episode either way. But I need to know. I need to know if my theories are correct. I imagined what was about to happen. I immediately tensed up and prepared my butt cheeks. But, wait, but? We stood there for a full 5 minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or? No, of course, there you are. Hey, why are you late? You've been late lately. Are you okay? Is everything okay, Monokuma? Maybe we should ask him. Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? Wait, what? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start. Oh, Oh, so is Kyoko? Okay, we're about to find out if Kyoko's alive or not because someone is coming. Somebody. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. Okay, and this also confirms my suspicion that everyone had to be here, but it don't make no sense. Just, okay. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me, hello? It's me you're waiting for. Voice crack. I can do better. It's me you're waiting for. Please be Kyoko. Kyoko?
hey,
Yes, she's alive. I knew she wasn't dead. Does that mean that my theory was right? Did I go full game theory on this freaking game and actually get it right? Let's find out. I'm here and no rule's been broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive? That's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it all in the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? She is right. Oh, he's so mad. So sad. All right, well, now that we know that she's alive, let's get this crap started. But he's gonna punish her. I don't know how, though. Kyoko, yeah, you have some explaining to do. So you really didn't die. Thank God, I'm glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you stop talking. Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can figure out during the trial. Ooh, we couldn't help ourselves. We have to talk to Kyoko. I don't blame you. Let's talk to her. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Yeah, that's right. That one place we can never visit.
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So-
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However-
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise. Not quite.
other words-
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Excuse me? Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up. All right. Oh, we're coming. All right, she's gonna tell us more later. All right. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her, that's a strange way to put it. Yes, it is. I want to drink my coffee. I 100% without a doubt can tell you that I don't know who's gonna die this time. And I think it's probably something crazy is gonna happen. But if I had to guess, freaking big haired guy, I think he's gonna die. I mean, because he was next to the chickens and then the chickens were gone, and that's my that's the only thing I have. Like, I don't know if he's did something with the chickens and the chickens were the culprits. I don't know. Whoa! They never discussed the changes to the rooms. As always, we start off reading the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had all been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Very odd. Wait, other wounds? Are they talking about scars? Because they mentioned scars in the last episode. I'm on to you, chickens. All right, Judge Judy, class is in session. I'm sure she says that. I need to know. Just give me to the end of this already.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we
Okay.
need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
What?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah, you
No,
idiot.
That's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Yeah, well, everyone knows ghosts don't have legs.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Yeah, like the iGhost 20.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko.
That's the dumbest
right?
thing I've ever
And
heard.
Let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
You know what I'm talking about. her gloves, obviously. Hey, this is
Talking
easy.
about her gloves.
They'll give us
They'll
some
give us
insight, yeah.
into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that
I would like to see
case,
the symbol,
I think it
though,
would be
she has.
helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently, you have scars
you're
on
just
your
coming out
hands you
saying
don't
it.
want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
No,
Probably just got
no.
burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool.
Shut up. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko, but if I can't prove, I mean, that's the dumbest thing. She's literally standing right there. She would have burn marks, all kinds of things. Why are we wasting our time? This is dumb. I'm skipping this part. All right, yeah, what do you have to say about it? We just essentially said that, like, the body had fake nails, and they're worried about gloves, and it's
These
just
gloves
dumb.
were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
It would suck to wear gloves all the time. I mean, think about it. You gotta wipe your butt at some point. You gotta take the gloves off. And they're dirty. I mean, you have to eat, you gotta take them off. Like, yeah, I'm just saying.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Yeah,
Which
that's the
should have
dumbest
been
thing.
obvious since she's standing right here.
Thanks, Byakuya. Again, I mean, I have many times I believe, I agree with you. Don't like you, but I agree with you on
Okay,
some
so
points.
then,
Okay.
who's the real victim?
Yes, of course. That's what we're here for.
Thing I said. You're
Okay. All right, let's get on with this, guys. All right, what do we have to do here?
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Yes.
then who died?
Good question.
Gotta be some way to figure it out. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And
Yes.
there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
I think this is what I'm supposed to say. Yes. First try. Dang, I'm so good at this game.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Really?
Lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
Why would you want to see that?
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto.
All right, I'll tell you.
Key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
A wolf, I
Her
would say.
master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Oh, Toko, you are funny.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
I doubt
no, that's not it. The identity of the victim.
Yeah, okay, so they're just gonna
within
say
that
that it's the
tattoo.
freaking identity of that gang or that like elite group of students. You know what I mean?
Really?
I still think Kyoko's probably part of it though. And she's hiding it. She doesn't want to say it, or she don't remember. One or the other. All right, so we need to present that information about those people. I think it would be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
The Fenrir Mercenaries.
Fenrir, yeah, that's
the
it.
name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf.
I swear her like voice changes sometimes. This
He's
feels
the
like it.
child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Yeah, she's not like stuttering either.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. And that means
Asahina goes and she has like a tramp stamp. I got it too.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro. What?
Well, I mean, that's what we think,
hold on.
but we don't know.
She the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised.
Oh, he has something to say.
But you're absolutely right.
Are
Yes,
we?
Indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
This is all bullcrap, I bet. Are you saying?
Are you
oh,
saying the
never
moon
mind reading.
mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
And how come we never saw her? And she would just die? That's kind of
After all,
that sucks.
looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
I was gonna say if you rearrange the letters, never mind.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that
Why
means
she silent?
Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
How could she get that
She's
wrong?
been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
That's what I'm saying. It's a completely random death.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Obviously not.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
But where's her room? Like, you know.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information
So
was
you
not
think-
wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Hey, don't you stop
Please
us.
limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Sounds so angry.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
Remember what?
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
All right.
I
Byakuya,
have officially
threatening.
decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Oh, did he?
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Is he trying to distract us from the real
That
reason?
points straight into your big ol' brain.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
But then there's an 18th. Like, it can go on forever.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
What if it's us? Like, actually, freaking Makoto.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Well, obviously, it points to Kyoko. Oh, and it could be Toko and Genocide Jack. Yeah, that's always a possibility. Oh, it's me and Kyoko. That's the right one.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
He's just gonna say-
after nighttime last
gonna say, yeah,
night,
we weren't
I went
there,
to the
right?
garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Yeah, they were messing with Monokuma.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
so.
I can't let this stand somehow. I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
I object.
Well, before that,
Yes.
I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
So I know that the sprinklers coming on at like 7 or something in the morning is an important detail. It has something to do with the body being wet and dry. That's all I know.
What time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Who's to say that she didn't do it? Actually, that could make sense. Wait a minute. Okay, so I think I know who did it. It was either Genocide Jill or it was Toko. Because I remember Toko went to go get the axe, the pickaxe, right? She didn't have a knife though. That's the thing that's weird. I don't know. I don't think she had a knife. But then she sneezed on when she was over there and then turned into Genocide Jill and then came back and then said that there was a body. But she could have been the one that killed it because no one was in the garden at that time except for her. So she's definitely a suspect. It was like 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah, that's when they did it. I remember
The
that.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
He's right. It had to be around then.
Why are you sweating,
So
huh?
we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit. So I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
That is true.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Thank you.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Something to do with the sprinklers. That's all I know.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Bam. Ah, dang
and
it.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Huh?
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
I think it's the sprinklers. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so it says right here, the explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. But is this thing, is it because of the fire extinguisher? Can that like wet somebody? I don't know, I'm just confused. But that means the bottom half should have been wet too. So that means the person was murdered after the sprinklers had already went off. Because they never actually got wet. They only got wet from the fire extinguisher. Okay. Oh, there we go. Sprinklers. All right, I got it. I knew how to use that, just didn't know where.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the
Ah,
garden.
is he
The
gonna say what I
sprinklers are
said?
set to go off right at
7:30 in the
every-
morning.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely safe.
Hold on.
I got
I
it.
remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Yeah, it's the fire
I'm
extinguisher,
wrong?
stupid.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
But Toko, just stop for a second. Stop.
No, I'm
Shouldn't
saying
just
that
say
the
that.
body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my
What are you even saying?
that. You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why.
All right, we're just gonna say the fire extinguisher. That's what got it wet. I don't know what else would do it. Oh, I have to object her? All right, let's play Guitar Hero again. She keeps saying, oh, it's not me. Hey, I thought it was you, because it makes sense. Oh, this was easy. I'm so good at that game.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
All right, so they're just gonna say exactly what I just said. Oh, he actually poured water on them. I thought it was a fire extinguisher. I thought they said that. Okay.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So it means I'm innocent. And Kyoko,
Done it.
screw you, I guess.
You had an alibi after all. Good for you.
No, I refuse to believe it. It can't be her. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say
She did have the
one
knife, I
thing.
think.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
I mean, that's a good
Which
point.
is why I can't let that happen.
I mean, yeah, like, or she's trying to get away with it, but I don't believe it. I believe that she's actually a good person.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
I mean, it is your fault.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
And I don't know if I believe that we're actually on a TV show. That's weird.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
Oh, that's a
so
good
she
point.
killed her to try and put a stop to all this. But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Nah, fam. Nah, fam.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's
Hey!
explanation is still insufficient.
No! No, don't say that. Don't say that.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you?
Yeah.
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
she got that
listening.
freaking stuff you sprayed it out, the anti-wet
All
stuff.
it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep
Oh,
it
like the
from
tarp.
getting
Yeah,
wet.
yeah, there was a tarp in the shed. Yeah. Bam, there it is.
I got it!
I got it! I'm like,
You're
this is
talking
against
about
you,
the
man.
tarp, aren't you?
I got it! Here's how you can kill me!
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
All right.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only
makes
one
sense,
side
makes
of
sense.
the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
It totally could be Big Hair, because he was next to the sprinkler, and I remember it. He was standing right next to it.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
I don't like, why would you say that? That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Yeah, even I'm not
And
following.
what might that be?
I have to refute what Kyoko said. I really don't know what it wants me to say. Fragments near the dead body.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Okay, so the body before the explosion didn't have any water on it at all, anyway. And there was no blood on the ground at all.
Since it was facing down toward the... Of course it didn't get dirty!
The body wasn't dirty.
No,
Yes.
it's wrong.
It was clean. They took a shower. I seen them. I watched them do it. I know who it is.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Oh, and that too. Yeah,
said
that.
it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state,
It would have gotten some
absolutely would've
Kool-Aid
gotten
on it, some
blood on it.
Pepto-Bismol on there, for sure.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Good point, good point.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, it's you.
More than
It's you.
that, What if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Oh. And actually, that would be why one of the chickens was gone, because the blood is actually from the chickens. That's a theory. The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong
Yeah, that's
to the
true. It's gotta be
victim.
the chickens. That's why one of them was missing. Now, where did they hide the chicken?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
I doubt
That's
it.
what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not
It's
what
him.
happened
It's him.
this
It's him.
time.
It's him. It's him. I got this.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Could it have been chicken
Woo,
blood?
what did I say? Dude, I'm so good. I shouldn't even be a YouTuber. I should be a detective.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Oh, really?
Killing a
Really?
living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I know,
I
right?
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my
Yes,
theory.
Kyoko.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
How? I mean, they just rubbed it on there.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
Well, it kind of was like around their arms, and it looked a little weird to me.
Wait.
Doesn't it look
no.
weird?
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, so it was just draped over.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Yeah, don't worry,
What
I've seen it. I do
settles
too.
what? Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
So the body was really wet then.
Wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the
Okay.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
All right, so it was the blow to the head that killed him, but not the knife. The knife was just a cover.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
But where'd they get the knife? That's the question. We do know that the masked person had the knife in the first place. They kind of went to attack us with it, but I think that maybe the person that killed them was defending themselves, and so they used all that for a cover-up because they hit him with a pipe, or possibly that thing in the shed that had the, you know, that saying on it from Leon, or no, Mondo.
Hina,
Yeah, that's gotta be
after
it.
you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Hey, we're always together.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare.
Shut up!
Wouldn't you say?
Kyoko, I didn't do it!
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Crap, I was wondering when they were gonna turn against me. It's now.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is...
You're inadequate! Shut up! And the suspicion falls back on me, but why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. I don't think she's trying to entrap us. I just think that, you know, we have to, even if it's against me, and we have to say all of these things.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Yeah, we are.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
It was you. Still think it was you.
Why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin.
No, stupid!
See? Pretty good idea.
No, not that. I just remembered something super
spit it out,
serious.
spit it out.
Don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found all black and
Huh?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Also, if they had the bomb, they pulled the bomb from the Monokuma body. That's one thing that we definitely do know. So there's no, this is how we're gonna prove her innocence. There's no way that Makoto knew about the bomb because he never went into the gym because he was sick. So for sure it was one of them because they got the bomb and they put it under the tarp. It kaboom exploded. Don't know how. I don't know how they knew that it exploded. They somehow knew. They set it off and boom.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Yeah, they gave it to me. Yeah.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yeah, I think my theory is right. I think that person was trying to kill someone
You
else
don't
and they
seem
defended themselves.
surprised. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
And is Kyoko trying to frame us? I think she is. It really seems that way, huh? Yeah, tell them about what happened.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Wait a minute. Holy crap. Okay, I can also prove that it's him. I know why. Because I was right about the nails. Look at his hands. That was a guy. That was a guy if I've ever seen one. Everyone else has nails. All the girls have like nails and girly hands. It was the same colored hands. He's the one that has a mask. It's him. For sure, it's him.
The knife
No
you
doubt.
found on the body came from Makoto.
I know it.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
I'm just gonna show you guys that I'm right about this.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Yeah, the dead body.
The one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
No, I didn't do it.
Just because I had the knife before, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question.
Okay.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Shut up, Toko. Don't say that. What?
No, it's wrong.
All right, that took forever, but all right. We had to say that something about the disguised dead body. Anyway,
Hold on.
the stab wound isn't what. That's what I was trying to say.
That should
God.
be clear from the description.
Sometimes it's not clear what they want you to say.
I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning.
All right, so they just said the same thing I said. That's why I skipped it.
Explosion anyway?
Okay.
Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden?
I don't know. They stole the
If you
timer.
bothered to put that
Oh, the
lump
bomb.
of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Yeah, that's
I might
it.
be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
All right. The fragments near the dead body. I got it. It was the bomb, of
We saw the
course.
same thing when we did.
Look at him tinkering with it. It's like he knows. No, look at. I mean, if that's not proof, I don't know what is. Oh, are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say
Only
it?
other possible suspect.
No, it's not Kyoko. It's not
Hold on a
Kyoko.
second,
Shut up.
Byakuya.
Shut up.
What's the
Well, I just feel like.
Yeah, because Kyoko was never there. She couldn't have got the bomb.
Problem
I've
with
solved
that.
it. It's
It
too
won't
late.
change
Stop
the
talking.
facts.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
No,
the
stupid. I know what
Monokuma file makes it clear
happened.
that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I
God,
guess
do you
they
know how to
don't really-
read?
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file
Yeah,
says.
she's hit with
I
that
bet
thing.
it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
With the metal in.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Okay, Toko.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, man.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh crap! Was it really the titanium arrows?
I got it.
Yeah, I knew that.
Rufalo was hit
Definitely.
in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was.
That explains the blood, though. Yeah, yeah,
titanium arrow we found in the locker in the
Why is it in
dojo.
Kyoko's room? To Oh, so it was in Kyoko's room to frame her. Yeah, but the question is, how did they get in Kyoko's room? How did they get in my room? That's the thing, right? That's what we gotta figure out.
That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
let her say
I
what she
think.
thinks. All right, there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What is it? Could they tape all the arrows together and just slap them with it? Like, maybe? That would be weird, but I guess it could work. Just why would they do that? Yes! Was I actually right? Did they actually do that? Because that's weird.
Just the one arrow would have been too weak.
They used another weapon. It was duct tape. They smacked him with duct tape.
Inside the dojo locker, we all.
I just want to see. Are they gonna say
The
that?
killer probably uses duct tape to bind
Hey,
multiple
I
arrows
was right.
together.
Okay, got
Bundling
it, got
them
it.
together using the duct tape
That would
could
be-
easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Really?
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Hey, the fact that you know that, all right, that makes you
Anyway,
suspicious.
That explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
Yeah, I can see why you thought that, but it's definitely not.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh yeah, because yeah. This is where the game tries to lead us astray, but we're just gonna get past this because we know that's not true. We just don't know
What's the
why it's
matter?
not true.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only the death of us all.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Well, the supposed evidence that she was in the dojo is obviously the key found in her room,
I got it!
but we know that's not true.
The one thing that proved right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in
He's
your
like, oh,
room.
I got you now. You try to frame me? Well, take this.
In my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Yeah, but she never had her key, so that's her alibi for
That
that.
key is just the final piece of
In
the
fact,
puzzle.
you had it. You had it, Byakuya. Byakuya, you had the key.
Your non-existent alibi. Your clear
Nah,
this
she's-
all proves that you are the true.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, hold on.
this
Wait a
again.
minute. No,
You
no.
really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No.
I don't
it's
know
not that
what's
I
gonna
want
happen.
to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me
Tell me.
something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Really? That's why she was in her room? Then does that mean that she knew I was being attacked? She came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me.
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
Yeah, I don't think she's
I
the
knew
killer.
you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do
How
it.
come she's not speaking up though? That's the thing, right? That's weird.
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Bianca should know better than anyone. What does that mean?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
I got it!
No.
All right, cool. I said what they wanted me to say, even though I knew what I needed to say.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been because she had given
Yeah,
her
how could he?
room to
How could he
Byakuya.
forget
You
that?
see,
That's such a weird
so
thing.
that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
Well, she did technically have a key though. She just isn't saying it, right?
would have
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there something deeper meaning in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. It's just going over and over. Yeah, so we're talking about the fact that she has a key that opens all locks, right? I have to decide right here. Ooh! This is different. Can I save the game? I have to decide whether right here to expose the Kyoko's lie or not. Pursue the lie. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Run away? What does run away do? I actually was a little curious. It's never given us a choice in a class trial like this before. Is this gonna change the ending of the game? Oh god. Oh god, I need to know. I kind of want to pursue the lie. But I don't know. This is payback. This is payback for what she did to us. So we're gonna pursue that lie. She was obviously trying to get us exposed. Or is this really Monokuma's doing? Monokuma's the one that did all this. If I'm right about Junko, then this is all a trap and no one actually killed her. I don't know what to do. What happens if we run away? Let's just see. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for let it go. Let it go. I've made my decision. Oh, I don't know. I want to do both. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Yeah. I believe it. It's Monokuma.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
No one actually killed her then.
I see.
Or
so
it's
you
Byakuya.
still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
But are we all about to die? I think we're all about to die.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto.
Oh, no, not
I
me.
don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What's going on?
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then,
10 minutes?
It's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
There's no time. Oh, this is freaking weird. I knew something weird was gonna happen. Chapter 5's over? We didn't even vote. Oh my god, guys. I'm gonna have to restart this trial. I need to know what happens if we do the other option.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
Yeah.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Surely everyone has to agree that this is weird. No! I didn't get to pick! Are we really about to die? Dude, I don't know what's about to happen. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yes. That's just painful. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Indeed.
Good job.
Yep.
They got it right? No, that's not true. It's a freaking trap. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
It makes perfect sense. It's the time as always. It's just like all the others.
Chills, chills.
Are we really gonna die? Wait, why do I... Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got.
She killed us!
It's punishment
You're great!
time!
This is crazy! Oh my god. I would have never in a million freaking years expect this to happen. Okay. This is some bull crap. What? This is dumb. How is he gonna die? Oh, she's gonna freaking get it, man. This is some crap, man. Now I'm just questioning, is this part of the game or not? Right? I mean, we didn't get a game over, but I mean, we'll have to. After school lesson. This is so messed up, man. Oh, is it like a furnace? Like, what is this? Does this mean Kyoko's the spy? Wait, and this means that she's gonna survive because they're all wrong. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I just have so many questions. Aw, wait, whoa. Why was that Chihiro? Is it gonna stop it from happening? Oh, what? What? What's this? What's going on? So we didn't die? It looked like he died, but I guess... Yeah, it had to be. Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Wait, did Kyoko know this? I'm just... Please, stop messing with my emotions. Dang it all the heck, I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words,
What I'm saying is that you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you've never... Oh, so it was supposed to smash us, and then the... Okay, it makes sense. I just... Stupid. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's even better as special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the heck is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the masterminds that's ensnared.
What did you
Ensnared?
say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over the other buildings in this bustling urban area. Is the game restarting? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. The game's like restarting! Okay. Did he die and like it's just restarting? Is this what happens when you die? You just start over? Okay, I'm not gonna read this because obviously we've already read this. Oh, he's back in the class where he started. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on the top of a hardwood desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here? It wasn't my classroom I had ever been in before. What the heck's going on? Finally, the time unknown? I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench evading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember that all too well. What happened? I can't believe freaking Chihiro came through. Well, Chihiro's AI, you know. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was time to start looking for a way out of here. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I could drink and which ones are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was the only way to preserve what little strength I had left. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep, and I was like waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What? What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Trash? As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down here? What could it have been? Is it supplies? I carefully stretched my hand towards whatever it was.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage. Oh, it's her!
It smells awful.
Oh, that's hilarious. She jumped down here? Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious I'm here to help you? I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. I really thought she betrayed us. I thought, like, for sure I just made a mistake. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the garbage. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat. Oh, thank God. H2O and some buns. I love buns. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water she was holding out for me. Within seconds, yeah, she freaking gobbled it up. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is all around is what I'm good at. Well, not such a bad thing to be good at. So that beginning part was all just a dream. But Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me? Because she has the key, I bet. To pay a debt or to atone. Atone?
You.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew what I knew, or that I knew. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. So did she know this was gonna happen? That's what I want to know. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However.
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive, no matter what the cost was. So did she actually kill Mukuro then?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive.
In other words.
It's so that I can do what I came to the school to do. I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. Yeah, she did say that. Amnesia? Yeah. Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right?
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It does seem too convenient. Are you saying that you think you lost your memory because... I don't think, I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you. And it could also mean my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school, which is why I have to get them back. Okay, so she doesn't know. So why wouldn't you ask the rest of us to help you? If I had done that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make too big of it. It is a possibility. I kind of thought that too. That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just an intuition. Because I'm so normal. Just like I'm normal now with my hair. Even now, I still trust you, it's just I'm not used to relying on others. I know I never asked you for help right away, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that just her personality. So, okay, so we're just asking her if she remembered anything. I was finally able to recall my purpose, my ability. My ability, what everyone should have known for me. The ultimate detective! That is true. I mean, she definitely is the detective. Okay, that's not surprising at all, actually. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was someone I had to find. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Oh my god! Oh my god, think about it. Her hair's white. Megami, hair's white. I'm not saying Yandere Dev copied it, but I think it's like some anime trope. Or either that or Yandere Simulator is extremely inspired by Danganronpa. What the heck? So what I said about Yandere Simulator was kind of wrong considering because her father's the headmaster, but still, it's very similar to Megami. What?
In other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster. And that explains when Alter Ego told us that he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. So that's why she wants to find the headmaster. Because it was her. So she already knew that at that point. My memory hadn't came back at this point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there, so they're looking for something. I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key that I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map? It's a layout of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and when I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there, I assumed that if that were true, the room would have likely hold more clues, so I went to go check. And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So we went there to see the headmaster, and the headmaster really did have a private room. But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was that part of the school like? All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Well, I mean, that room with all the blood in it, yeah.
So...
You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get a chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Dang, so what's gonna happen when we go back up? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro was to get me killed. To get you killed? I stole the key and disappeared, so that was the revenge that Monokuma was talking about. So Monokuma will break some rules, I bet. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school's regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. So technically, he didn't break the regulations, but he still did something wrong. And since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to get the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Huh? I could become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yeah, when they did that. I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. Did we forget to lock the door?
Correct.
I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things. Of course, I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead. And the murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up at my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use that class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means that the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did was a contradiction, so what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out who the mastermind's identity. The mastermind, the identity of the other ultimate despair. The other? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not? If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in history. A tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Ooh, 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. I really... Pain of a junk food junkie. To be continued! Ah! You guys know what you gotta do. Smash 30k likes, okay? And I will say this for the future. If the next episode is out, be sure to check this little eye up here because it might have the link to the next episode. But that's only if you see 30k likes on this, alright? Thank you for all the support. Freaking crazy, man! What the heck is this episode? And maybe next episode, we'll see what happens if we pick the other option, alright? Leave your theories down below. I still think it's Big Hair. I think that he may be the mastermind. Just because, like, the nails, the hands, I feel like that gave it away. But anyway, I'll see you scrubs in the next one. Alright? Bye, guys.